How you doing, YouTube? Mountain Master Beer Reviews back to get another review, and it is Rye IPA time in the form of Brewery Lervig or Lervig. How do you even say it? I can't not say it without looking at it. Lervig Aktiebryggeri, product of Norway. It is a Rye IPA, the Rye IPA, their Brewer's Reserve Rye IPA, some kind of Rye IPA. Product of Norway, 8.5% alcohol by volume. Super excited to give this a whirl for a couple reasons. One big reason. They made their Brewer's Reserve barley wine, and it blew me the fuck away. I loved it so much, so a local bottle shop of mine got some of the Brewer's Reserve barley wine back in, and they also got a Brewer's Reserve Rye IPA, and they got a Brewer's Reserve Russian Imperial Stout, which I'm going to review right after this. I'm going to do a little back-to-back funness, so there you go. Super excited to give it a whirl because that beer was so good. As far as what it says in this bottle, pretty much all I said, all the stuff in the front: Brewer's Reserve Rye IPA, intensely hoppy ale, Lervig Aktiebryggeri, 8.5% alcohol by volume. On the back here, I've got a little story. In 2003, Carlsberg closed the Brewery or Tau Brewery, which has been established in Stavanger since 1855. The reaction in Stavanger was strong. 2005, Lervig Aktiebryggeri was established in Stavanger and became a real town once again. Imported by Shelton Brothers. That's pretty much it. You know, I didn't see any kind of dating code on this. Oh man, there's all kinds of funk floating around this motherfucker. I didn't see any kind of dating code on this, which is kind of weird because the barley wines do have a date, but this does not. So it could be new, could be old, who knows? I mean, you know, it is what it is. But we're gonna drink it. So here we go. The barley wines in this got were bottled in 2014. So no idea what that means as far as this beer is concerned, but Rye IPA, I can get down with it. I'd like to see their take on it and see what they're bringing to the table, pretty much. You know, just because you can do one style well doesn't mean you can do all of them well. But the one they did well was so good. I assume they know what the hell they're doing. You know, finger and a half. Nice creamy top to it. Smell the house from here. Nice kind of citrusiness to it. You know, finger, just off white head, decently creaminess, pretty neurotic bubbles. Besides that, just a decent amount of funk floating around here. It just looks, on camera, it probably just looks like super duper duper hazy. And it is hazy, but at the same time, there's a lot of particulates in there, small and even pretty decent size. So definitely an over the top bottle conditioned beer. Let's dive in, see if we can get a nose. Well, I expected a little bit more hop presence based off. Got a waft of a bit of citrus in there. But I'm not really getting much now. I'm getting like a kind of like a caramel maltiness, a little bit of like a earthy hop, maybe even a little bit of honey, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, there could be a time thing on this. There was no date on here that I could see, so yeah. I mean, she doesn't really smell aggressively hopped. She smells more like a I don't even know what to classify it as. Yeah, it smells like a mildly hopped, well, let's put it this way, a malt forward double IPA. Like there's some double IPAs which are like really malt forward, like your Devil Dancer, or even like a Thomas Creek Up the Creek, your Extreme IPA. Some of those, but even those have a bit of more hop presence to them. So, yeah, I mean, she looks cool. She smells like beer. Let's see what she tastes like. Cheers. Yeah, really not much there whatsoever. I'm absolutely going to say this is a dated bottle because you can kind of tell there was some impact in this beer at one point or another. But really what you're just getting is a really earthy, really bittering hop kind of on the finish. A nice malt base that's not super over the top, but pretty decently big, and that's pretty much it. You can tell there was a bit more impactfulness there. You are getting some of that rye in there too, but it's not super over the top. Like I said, I'm getting a little bit more kind of caramel, a little bit of honey going on there, but I do get the rye. And yeah, it's not a bad beer. It's definitely dated. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Ooh, more rye there. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely rye forward. Nice caramelness to it, like a honey kind of like molassesy mixture, like honey brown sugary mixture going on in there, and that really earthy bittering hop kind of on the finish. Not super palate smacking, but you can tell it was pretty robust at one time or another. I'm guessing this bottle definitely has some time on it. I'm thinking a year or two plus, to be perfectly honest with you. I could be wrong, but that's what my spidey senses tend to telling me. But it's a cool experience, because I like myself some aged beer, even if it's hop forward or not. But yeah, it's definitely outside of what you can tell. This is not what it was originally meant to be. So yeah, I'm not doing the whole rating thing anymore. I'm just kind of talking about beer. Would I buy this beer again? Actually, I probably would. The price point was a little high. I think it was $5, but it is an import in a newer beer in the area. It was $5, but at some point I'd actually think I'd like to give this world fresh. Not only fresh, but maybe even older. I'd like to see this beer with even more time on it, see what would happen to it. So would I buy it again? Yes. Am I going to go run over myself or fall over myself trying to buy it like I would the barley wine? Not so much. But I mean, it's also a new beer, so I'm kind of excited that I bought it and tried it where it is. I just really wish I can get a dating code on it. I am going to try to contact these guys and see if I can get a date code on it. And then if I do, maybe I'll post it somewhere on the screen, or put it below in the information. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm glad I bought it. Would I buy it again? Maybe, depending on the circumstance. If you like what we like this, if you like rye IPAs and you want a huge earthy hopness to it, it's definitely worth giving a whirl. But like I said, it's dated, so take that with a grain of salt. And like I said, availability and value, don't really see much of it in my area. It's the first time I ever saw it, so I'm going to give it availability. I'm not even going to rate availability. I'm saying you can get it, but it's very few and far between. And value, it is a bit pricey, but it's a small Brewer's Reserve one-off kind of thing, I assume. No, it actually wouldn't be one-off, because they've been doing the barley wines for a couple of years. But one of their upper-tier beers at like $5 a bottle. So that's a little bit pricey, but at the same time, not the worst. So there you go. Another pseudo review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't, or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm tapped to Massive Beers in all 4 of those places. And yeah, another RV down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a fresher dry hopped or overly hopped or aggressively hopped rye IPA right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.